And we are live. Hi, my name is Chris McDonald, and I really want to welcome you to our Twitter training today. A little bit about me. I live in North Carolina, a little bit north of Charlotte, North Carolina. We've lived here for about 20 years. We love it here. Originally from Pennsylvania. I started working with an MLM. I really enjoyed what it was that I was doing, but once social media was introduced into the mix, I discovered that I absolutely loved everything about social media. So within a year, I ended up leaving the MLM and now I'm on my own. I love teaching social media to small businesses and new businesses, and I also love helping them in any way possible. So today, hopefully, I'll be able to provide you with some information that you're going to enjoy. This is our first Twitter class. I've been having Facebook classes. So if you're interested in that as well, go ahead and contact me or make a comment in the comment bar down at the bottom of the page. And we'll go ahead and see what we can do to help you catch up to where we are on the Facebook classes. Now, please don't hesitate with any comments today. I look forward to seeing your comments and any questions that you might have, and I will get back with you. So what we're going to do without further delay is go ahead and get started on Twitter. If you have an account, that'll be great, but if you don't have an account yet, it'll really be okay. We'll go over more than enough to get you at least started. So I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. So with Twitter, a little bit about me. I've already done that. I told you that I'd like to provide lots of value. What I want to do is go through some questions to make sure that you know whether or not you're in the right place. If your Twitter feed looks like you're talking to yourself, you're in the right place. If you know that others have seen success with Twitter, but not you, you're in the right place. If you want to learn more than just the basics about Twitter, yep, you're in the right place. If the subway commercials back in November and December really irritated you and you just didn't get it, you're in the right place. If you're tired of Facebook and you want something different, then you're definitely in the right place. If you know that your ideal customer is on Twitter, but you just don't know or understand it, you're in the right place. And if you want to communicate with your prospects, but you're tired of the long conversations that seem to take place on Messenger, then you're in the right place. Twitter moves extremely rapidly. It's a very noisy and crowded platform compared to Facebook, but it's a great platform to get information out. There are 288 million monthly users and over 500 million tweets go out a day. Twitter isn't showing any signs of slowing down. So it's not like you're taking the time to learn something that's not going to be there anymore. Impressions on Twitter is what we say that we want. We want an impression that constitutes a retweet, a comment, a share, or something that shows that a person has had eyes on your content. To get the same amount of traffic on Facebook that you do on Twitter would cost you thousands of dollars. So you have the opportunity for a lot of eyes to be on something that you put out there, but you also have to remember that because Twitter does move so quickly, you're going to have to put that content out just a little bit more often. Now, of course, you can pay through Twitter to advertise, but you can get a lot of your marketing done for free and have your followers actually send it out for you. So, out of the gate, your customer knows absolutely nothing about you. You want to stand out to your customer. You want to serve them. You want to build a relationship with your customer or your prospect. You want to design every element of your profile to reflect your business. Your name and your photo and logo should all work together with your story, and it should be consistent on all of the other platforms. But at the same time, you want to bring your account to life. You want to go ahead and show some personality in your page. Over time, your tweets are going to convey your voice and your style. So let your personality come through. You want to be different than all the other people that are out there, especially those that are selling the same or trying to sell the same products that you are. So what is going to make you different? What is going to make them want to know, like, and trust you. Those are the things that you want to think about. Content is going to be the attraction point, but how the customer connects is going to be extremely important, and how they build those relationships is going to be important. The more you serve and share, the more value that you are going to be giving to your prospects. Now, there are definitely lurkers on social media. There's more lurkers than there are engagers. Remember that people are paying attention even if you think that they're not. So, as always, looking good is going to be half the battle. Branding is essential. I am really big on making sure that your branding is done well as knowing who your ideal customer is. Your message needs to be consistent on all of your platforms, just like your photo and the way that you look, using the same colors, the same fonts. All of that needs to be consistent on Twitter, just like it is on Facebook and LinkedIn and any other platform that you've chosen to get on. When people come to your space, are they confused? Or what are they actually seeing? Do you look like a business? If you don't look like a business, you're not going to stay in business. Are the words that you've chosen in line with what you're trying to portray? I have an example for you here. Look at this Twitter page. It says R2 Fitness, basically. Does that tell you anything? Does it convey anything to you? What it conveys to me is that I have absolutely no idea what is going on with this particular company or business. That's something that you don't want to have happen to you. Branding, again, is essential. What is the message that you're trying to convey? There's a lot of space here in this, a lot of space. You can either have it working for you or you can have it working against you. What is going to be your choice? Let's take a look at another fitness company. Now this one, we see smiling faces, we see people working out and trying different things. Here's a guy, they've got working out on the outside. Obviously they must teach some kind of yoga. Do you see the difference in the page? It's major difference. Now that one gives us a lot of information, where you may choose to have something that's just very simple, like this. It's obvious that this is about fitness. It's just the girl, but that message conveys so much. As you look at the muscles in her arm and you see her determination in her eyes, you know exactly what this is and what it's all about. Branding is not a one-size-fits-all. You can't look at somebody else's page and say, okay, I'll do this. That isn't what you want to do. You have to make it whatever your brand is about. Now, in the handout at the bottom of the page, there's going to be some information on fonts and colors, and the handout itself is actually a cheat sheet for social media. You'll have all the different sizes. Everything's been updated for 2015, and then there's some information about that as well. As you get to the bottom of that handout, you'll have the information about fonts and colors. You'll have information about an ideal customer. And there's also another link that'll help you get that sample book. Those are all things that we've done in the past. And if you're interested in them, you can just go ahead and click on it and you'll get that information as well. Now, what kind of resources are you going to use as you do that cover photo? You can go to twittercovers.com and get a free one. Canva has a template that you're able to use. You can go to Fiverr, and to get a photo that you're able to use for your branding is going to cost you around $5. You can have someone design it for you. You can go to a graphic designer and they would be able to design that for you. Or you can contact me. I do it for about $75. Now, branding. Get people. You always are going to get people to try and game the system. People that are going to say, how can I be credible if I don't have a fan base? So they'll give in and buy, let's say, 2,000 followers. But the real question that comes in is, you have 2,000 followers, how are you going to get them to buy? So you really don't want to go that route. You really, I know that everybody hears the words organic over and over and over again, but you want people that are going to be following you that are really going to be potential buyers. You want people that are interested in what you're going to serve them. You don't want it to just be a slingshot effect where you just throwing stuff out there and who knows where it's going to land. People a lot of times will get real excited about other people following them. I still get excited about different people following me and wonder how they found me. But the thing is, you have to have a plan to be able to attract the right kind of people. If you want to develop those prospects and turn those prospects into customers, it's not going to get done just by posting a week worth of tweets and starting there. If your content is converting people into customers and then turning those customers into advocates for your business, that is what it is that you want to do. You want those Twitter customers to engage with you, to decide that they do know and like you, and then to go ahead and purchase your product and then tweet about how great it is and get other people that want to come to you as well. If you're saying, yes, that's what I want, don't despair. We're going to get there and teach you some things. One of the first things that you have to know is who your ideal customer is. Now, that was in my Facebook training, but you do have to know who this person is so that you know how to market to them. What kind of tweets are you going to send out? And so on. Now, the best thing that you can do would be to get the worksheet for Ideal Customer. That's going to be located at the bottom of the handout on image sizes. So there you'll see that link that'll help you to get that handout. You have to listen to your followers. You have to see what they are liking and what they're saying. The wisest option is to listen first. You do this by following businesses that are similar to yours. So what I'm actually suggesting is that you watch other people and learn from some of the other businesses. You learn what those leaders are doing well, and you learn from their mistakes. What are their people responding to? What are they not responding to? In my case, I got on Twitter and I started pumping out quotes like crazy. Everything that I could get my hands on, I was out there tweeting it. And I reached 8,000 followers very, very, very quickly. The problem was that after a period of time, I ended up losing close to 3,000 followers. Most of those people were, companies that are saying buy this or buy that. But the major problem that was taking place was I didn't have a strategy. And so I was marketing to the masses. The main loss were people that were saying buy Twitter followers for this amount of money. And that wasn't somebody that, they weren't going to stay interested in my product. They were hoping by following me that maybe I would be interested in buying some followers. And that definitely isn't something that I was interested in. So those masses quickly dropped off after a few months. Determining who your ideal customer is and learning from others in your niche is definitely going to be the best way to begin. You might want to spend a week or two studying others, and it will help you to get much better followers. So what is a follow? Follow means that you are subscribing to their stream of tweets. So that means if you follow, let's say me, you're going to see those tweets that I put out. Now, it's interesting because you can go to Twitter, you can go to your home screen and stay there for less than a few minutes, and all of a sudden, there's a whole new screen full of tweets. Let's just do that. Okay, so here's my home page. And you see, this is where we're talking about this for today. Now let's go ahead and refresh the screen. Well, and it's not showing a huge change. Oh, that is my stream. I am so sorry. Okay, if someone follows you, your tweets are going to show up in their timeline. Twitter has what's known as an asymmetrical follower model. What this means for you is that you don't have to approve of those that follow you. The person doesn't have to follow you to see their tweets. So let's say that you wanted to follow Michael Hyatt, who's a big author that used to work with a major book company. Let's say you wanted to follow him. You can follow him and still see what he tweets out. It's not like Facebook where you both have to be connected in order to see or do anything. So people can follow you without your permission. You can find those leaders in your niche. You can follow them and see what it is that they're putting out, and then you can learn from them. That's why that asymmetrical model is going to be important to you. You can go to their profile page and see absolutely everything that they've put out without waiting for their approval to follow. So that kind of makes it pretty nice. Take a look at the profile of those that have followed you. Determine if this is the type of person that you're targeting. If they're anywhere close, then follow them back. This helps acknowledge them with those warm, fuzzy feelings, and it also allows them to send you a direct message. A direct message, which is called a hashtag DM, can be an invite to their business. You have an option whenever that happens. You can either choose to unfollow them, you can like the offer and follow up with it, or you can report them as spam. What I like to do is I acknowledge those people. I thank them for contacting me, and then I gently dismiss them with something like, unfortunately, I'm not interested at this point in time. Usually that is more than enough, and I don't hear back from them again. But unfortunately, there is always an exception. One day I had a company that contacted me 5 times in one day. I gave them 2 acknowledgments, and then, to be honest, I actually ended up reporting them as spam. I usually unfollow after the second contact, but I also like to take into account that most likely, and I'm not saying that this is a definite, but most likely those people are new to Twitter, and they really don't, they don't know, or they're new to social media or new to their business, and they're just so excited about it that they just have to tell you all about it. And that is usually what is happening whenever somebody is doing that. I skipped a slide. I want to go back to that slide that I missed. Okay, so anatomy of a tweet. We see the name of the person, which is right here. This is the name of his page. That @ is going to be his handle. You see right here, they have, for number 2, they have @USA Today. So that is going to be a mention. They are mentioning @USA Today. And then USA Today is going to receive a message saying that the Regatta Bar has mentioned them. This little button is going to allow you to reply. You can reply to like the Regatta Bar and say, can't wait to join you, or whatever it would be. If you want to retweet this, you can click on this and it will go out to absolutely everybody that follows you. And then you have the star. The star is going to be where you set your favorites. Once again, I usually thank people for favorites. That's just something that I like to do. A lot of times you'll see a shortened link. Here is a shortened link in this Twitter feed. You can click on it. It is going to be a hyperlink. Why is it shortened? Well, it's shortened because Twitter is only going to allow a total of 140 characters. When you are tweeting something, you want to go ahead and take the time to make sure that as you send that out, that the person is, that there's room for the person to go ahead and put their own message in there as well. So let's go ahead and try looking for some people. Let's go in here, take a look at mine. I'm going into search Twitter, but okay, let's put Michael Hyatt. And before I even finish typing it up, he shows up. So I could go into Michael Hyatt's account, get the information on him. Of course, I am following him, but you can follow him and see absolutely everything that he has put out. So here we see that there is 16 ways to use social media to promote your event, or wisdom, the most destructive thing you can believe about yourself. So let's go ahead and give him a retweet. And it says that my followers are going to see all of this. I say yes, and there we go. Now let's try this again for let's say Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay, so we see Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We see other places as well. Now, I personally know that this is going to be his blog because I see at Rich Dad blog. Um, there's photos, etc., news about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So you can see how you can get into other people's accounts and you can find out information and learn from them what it is that they're doing. What you want to do is make sure that you go and follow somebody that's in your particular niche. Twitter is going to help us to find those people by using that. Let's say that your niche is weight loss. Okay, so we would go into here and we're going to enter weight loss. And as soon as I just got to weight, I have weight loss, Weight Watchers, hashtag weight loss transformation. I'm seeing Richard Simmons weight room. So you see, here are all of those options that are available for me. And I haven't even put in the name of anybody. Now, if you know somebody that is big in that industry, then you're going to want to go ahead and put in their name and work from there. Let's try anti-aging and see what happens there. There's a lot of people in that industry as well. Okay, so we have an anti-aging show, we have an anti-aging guru, anti-aging tips. You see, there's a lot of different things that you would be able to go to. The key is you want to find those people that are known in your niche, follow them, and learn from them. That is going to be the key. Let's go back into here. When you're setting up your page, you want to make sure that your description is going to go ahead. I'm going into the profile. There's my name. There's my handle. You want to make sure that the information that you are putting in there is keyword rich, meaning you want information that will help others to find you. If they go into Google, that you want people to be able to find you through that Google search. Here's the country. And you're also able to go ahead and have a link. Mine does not show up well because of the new antivirus, but it does go to my actual website. So you see, it's automatically taking me to the Chris McDonald NC because that's what the website is. My new antivirus is telling me which links are safe for me to go to, and I'm just supposed to, of course, stay away from the others. So, and here we go with Michael Hyatt's tweet right there. So that was the one that I had retweeted, and that came out. So there you go. Now, on the next one, I said I try to do my best to keep it within 30 minutes. We're going to go over Twitter etiquette. We're going to go over what you want to put out on Twitter, and we're also going to go over marketing on Twitter. Please make sure that you have get the image cheat sheet. Like I said, at the very bottom, you're going to see an area for fonts and colors. You'll also have a link to get the ideal customer and a link to get the sample of my book. If you have any questions, please go ahead and take the time to put those questions into the area down at the bottom of the page, and we will go ahead and answer those questions. It's difficult for me to get in there and do that. I'm sure that I'll learn how to do that a little bit easier. Unfortunately for me, every time I try it, I end up getting all these extra background noises and everything, but I'll figure out how to do it. But I do check the comment stream often to see if anybody's put in any information. So please don't hesitate to do that. I will get back with you. It's been really nice being able to help you. If you have, once again, questions, don't hesitate to let me know, and have a really blessed day. Bye-bye.